Now, let me shift gears with
Okay.
you to, I've become your client.
Yeah.
Now, what's that ongoing relationship like? How often do they meet with you? Is there kind of a review? Do you have covenants like banks have covenants? And how do you approach the we're going to work together side of the equation?
Absolutely. So first of all, we keep all of our loans in-house. So sometimes, for example, someone who if you get a mortgage from a bank for a house, that bank might turn around and immediately sell that mortgage. And so you think that you're going to be banking, right here on Main Street with your favorite bank, and now all of a sudden your mortgage is owned by some national company and all they have is a website, so, and that can be a real shock to some folks, but we don't do that at Mountain BizWorks. We keep all of our loans in-house. So we're servicing those. And so the relationship that you'll have for the duration of that loan will be with us. Our lenders really care about our clients and want them to be successful. And so we check in with folks after 30 days after their loan closes, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. So we really do try to check in, and then we're checking in annually to say like, hey, send us your profit and loss statement, that P&L. Send us your balance sheet. Like, let's see your taxes. We want to make sure that things are cooking along for you and that, you're having success. And for folks that hit some snags along the way, we actually have a really great lineup of coaches. So we have over 70 folks in our pipeline who have like amazing business experience. Some of them are generalists, they could help you with your financials or your marketing plan or, kind of anything that comes up in business. And some of them are really specialized. So we have one of our coaches built a mountain biking empire across Western North Carolina. I mean, really helped to build the culture of mountain biking here, and has since sold those businesses and is helping mountain bike stores around the whole region, like really mentoring, folks in that specific field. We also have folks who have, specialization maybe in logistics or manufacturing or, food and beverage. Lots of industries, you kind of have to have someone who really understands and is sort of fluent in the industry, maybe in understanding what those metrics look like. What should the markup be on a hamburger? And that's different than what should the markup be on a widget that your company just manufactured. So, anyway, so we bring those coaches in to really walk alongside folks and help them, make sure that have what they need to be successful.
Right. I found that to be really valuable from my experience, because I early on worked with accounting firms, and some of them were not really helpful. They handed me a document.
Okay.
And others came alongside and said, do you know what you're looking at here?
Yeah.
Let's spend some time. What are these ratios and what should they be and what are comparatives? And if you have somebody like a mentor, like what you're describing, that's very valuable.
Oh my gosh, so much. And, I think there's this pressure to be, this is the thing I would most want to relay to your students, is that there's this pressure, I think, to be seen knowing it all, to be really competent and to be perceived as competent. And one of the biggest skills, I think, in being competent is being able to say what you don't know and be okay with that, because then you have access to getting that information. And so those folks who, sort of masquerade like they have all the answers, even though it's pretty obvious they don't, to me, I don't trust that person, nearly as much as I trust the person who's willing to say, I don't really understand that concept, or I don't have a plan for that yet, because then I can get on the same page with them and say like, okay, how do we make a plan? Or how can we, make sure that you get up to speed on this idea?